to this week's episode of TBBBAP,
in which two best brothers bitch about ponies.
I'm Keg Standard.
And I am Phantom Horn.
This week's episode was It Ain't Easy Being Breezies,
in which alien creatures from another world invade Ponyville.
Well, they're not actually from another world, they're just from Western Equestria.
They're through a portal.
Doesn't that portal just bring them?
It's like an extra-dimensional portal.
I thought that was just like a fast-track way to get to Western Equestria, which is pretty arbitrary.
Now that I think about it, it's totally unclear, just like everything in this episode, which, by the way, was fucking shit.
Oh, yeah.
And it didn't make any fucking sense.
Oh, was that not clear? This episode was complete shit.
First of all, the Breezies. I like their design. I think they look good. But I hate how useless they are.
They are the most infantile, defenseless creatures in the history of illustrated media.
On the one hand, I can understand because they're not from here and they're not supposed to live here, so this is a dangerous world for them. I'm okay with that. But then, when Spike knocks the leaf, and that leaf, like, destroys their day, who would ever blame Spike for that? It's not his fault the Breezes are fucking worthless.
Well, you know, no one really blames Spike. But you're right, the Breezes are worthless. Like, acorns are a huge danger. Like, they have to rely on people to create breezes for them? What the fuck is up with that?
The Breeze. Issue 1. How did they get to Ponyville? Where is the Breezy homeland? If this portal is here, why has no one ever seen a Breezy before?
And is this the only portal?
And is there, like, a big continent-wide string of people creating Breeze for these people to get around? Is this an annual thing?
Yeah, have they traveled across all of Equestria? They must have.
I don't know, because the show doesn't tell me.
It doesn't make any sense. It's really confusing.
Second, Fluttershy tells Mr. Cake that without the breeze, the pollen will go bad.
Right.
But they're sitting in Fluttershy's house, not in the breeze the whole time, and they get back at the last possible second. So why hasn't the shit gone bad?
Okay, Fluttershy says that the breeze forms the magic that protects the pollen from going bad. So maybe it's a matter of while they're journeying, if there wasn't a breeze, something would happen to the pollen to make it lose its potency?
Sounded to me like the time limit was on the pollen going bad, and yet in the end it's the portal closing, so the pollen going bad or protecting the pollen with the magic seemed totally extraneous. Cause then, like, when he tries to make the journey, it's not that the pollen's in danger, it's that the bees will fucking kill him and the acorns will crush him.
That's true.
So which is it?
There was one thing I liked more than anything else in this episode, which didn't have a lot to like, and that was motherfucking Seabreeze.
You liked him too, huh?
Man, that guy was so gangsta. He was fucking those bitches. I was like, yo, get back on the train, man. We gotta get going. You know what I'm saying? I loved him. He was so cool.
I did like Seabreeze, and it's because I found the other Breezies so frustrating.
So awful, I know.
Yeah, like one.
Fucking sheep.
They're so useless, and I'm like, Breezies, why can't you just be so better? And he's there voicing my concerns, being like, other Breezies, why do you suck so bad? And I'm like, yeah, man, yeah.
High five, yeah.
Woo! But on that note, Seabreeze wants to get back home, and he's totally legit about it. Why don't all the other ones want to get back home? Why is he the only one with, like, even the slightest sense of what the fuck's going on?
Here's fucking why. All those other Breezies, they're just having fun hanging out with Fluttershy, and Seabreeze is kind of being an asshole, right? He's like, guys, what the fuck? We gotta get home. But you know what? He had a fucking kid to get back to.
I know.
That whole time, you think he's an asshole? Because he's like, guys, we gotta go. Come on. What the fuck are you guys doing? He just wanted to get back to his wife and kid.
Yet another reason why this episode, or why Seabreeze was the highlight of this episode. Because, like, alright, everyone in the stream was like, oh, it's so adorable. I love this episode. 10 out of 10. Me personally, I'm not affected by, like, cartoon cuteness, because it all just blends together. Sure. The Seabreezes are cute, whatever.
The horses are cute enough.
The ponies are cute, whatever. It doesn't affect me. They have to do something cute for me to be like, oh. And the only time that happened, the only time I was legitimately moved by the cuteness of anything in this episode was when Seabreeze reunites with his family.
Fucking Seabreeze.
Yeah. Another big way this episode fell completely flat for me was just how much time they spent explaining stuff.
Totally.
How many words get exchanged over, oh, the Breezies need this, the Breezies need that, we need to flap, we need to do this. And then it was the worst at the end when the Breezes are about to take their final journey home. And Rainbow Dash is like, oh, it's too strong, and Thunderlane and Flitter are like, oh, it's too weak, oh, it's too strong.
Like, let's go through the play-by-play of exactly what we do to try to get the breeze right.
But the thing is, they're up here like, oh, it's too much, it won't work. But the Breezies aren't even flying. How do they even know?
I don't know, because she was watching the leaf move. Apparently that was some sort of breezometer.
What is she, some kind of breeze expert?
She's a Pegasus. They know weather.
No, Fluttershy's the Pegasus here. The other big thing for me was going through the episode, there's this clear difference between Seabreeze and the other ones. He wants to go home, and they could care less. And I just spent the whole episode just like, I can't wait to find out. I can't wait to find out. And I kind of got it, because I kind of saw...
Because he had a kid?
When Seabreeze has a kid, yes. That explains why
What,
he...
they don't have families?
That explains why he wants to get home so bad, but it doesn't explain why they don't give a shit.
It's just, they just don't fucking care about anything.
They're just retarded.
I know, they're just retarded.
They just
Why do they not care?
Why is an entire species this dumb?
They deserve to die. They deserve death.
I mean, yeah, even putting aside the whole thing about
survival of the fittest,
how they need the ponies to get them home, I can forgive that because the way I viewed the episode, they're from another dimension, they don't belong here.
Or maybe they're from Western Equestria. We don't know.
And on the other hand, like, kind of everything relies on the ponies for survival.
Yeah, like the bunnies need them to like dig out their burrows.
Yeah, like they don't even go to sleep for winter without the ponies. So I can forgive all that. But their stupidity is unforgivable.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the moral of this episode a little bit.
Sure thing, Keg.
Now, first thing, was it just me, or did it seem like there was kind of a switch? Because at first, I thought it was going to be Fluttershy really loves the Breezies, and she doesn't want to let him go, even though they need to leave.
And that did happen.
It happened like a little bit, but then it turned out these guys were totally down with abandoning their home and staying here forever, apparently.
Were they?
Well,
I
they
think they
certainly didn't seem very motivated. Yeah, right. Maybe they were just short-sighted.
The thing about the moral is that at the end, they kind of pull a little 1-2 punch, and like they kind of like, yes, there's the thing about Fluttershy is too nice and needs to know when to be firm.
Right.
But there's also the thing about Seabreeze needs to know when to be nice and not be so like.
It's true. Those are kind
harsh.
of opposites, you know. Fluttershy was too kind in the wrong way, and he wasn't kind enough, and that was, you know, he wasn't getting his message across that way. So, but you know, I liked the message. I thought the moral was good.
That was pretty good. I gotta say, I really felt for Seabreeze and probably would have done the exact same thing in his situation.
Me too.
But I guess there's something to be said.
My fucking kid's starving to death at home! We gotta go!
If we stay here, we will die!
No, hey man, YOLO. Now there's one fucking thing in this episode that makes me so angry, I can barely contain myself.
Okay.
And that is the fucking arbitrary transformation to Breezies at the end of the episode!
Oh, come on, that was fine.
It was the most retarded thing I've ever seen!
No!
What the fuck was going on?
Okay, the setup for it was totally dumb. And they could have...
stupid!
Yeah, the reason for it doesn't make any sense. But if they'd thought of a better explanation, I would have been totally down with it.
Well, yeah, me too! But they didn't!
Okay.
It was stupid as shit, man.
Wasn't nearly the worst thing about this episode for me.
Oh. I mean, it was cute. It was so cute. They're just fucking trying to sell Breezy toys, man. That's what they're fucking doing.
That's
Hasbro,
true.
I'm onto your fucking game.
But, you know, we got to see the Breezy world. We got to go and see Seabreeze hug his child. So for me, it was worth it.
Hey, we could have just gone and see when Fluttershy visited them in Western Equestria.
No, that's not where they live. They don't live in Western Equestria. They live in an alternate dimension.
You don't know that.
You're right. I don't.
For my final thoughts, this episode took way too long to say just 3 things. Be careful around the fucking Breezies! These Breezies are fucking adorable! Get the fuck out of my house!
Well, that's gonna do it for this week's TBBAP.
That's 2 best brothers bitching about ponies.
I'm Phantom Horn.
And I'm Keg Standard.
See you next time.